Hi everyone, it's Heather from Pilates, and as I promised I would record a few wee classes for you over the summer as classes have now stopped, and I will be back again in September, but here is a few weekly lessons for you to do over the summer holidays so you don't miss me too much. As always, please take care of yourself. I'm not there to have a wee look and change position, so you know how your body feels, so you take care of yourself as you're going through the different movements today. So welcome to week 1 of Pilates Summer School. So we're going to come into a nice standing alignment, have our feet hip width apart, feel the length come up through our legs, but don't lock the knees, but have the knees straight, pelvis in neutral, lengthen up through that spine, rising up through the crown of your head, and just relax your shoulders down by your side. Let's have a wee think about our weight over our feet. So we're just going to bring our weight coming forward, coming out to the side, coming back and coming round. So you're just moving in a nice circle around your feet. So we're going to the front, we're going to the side, coming to the back and coming round. So you should feel that movement coming across all the different areas of your feet. And then we're going to change direction. So go the other way as you're coming around. Keep that movement coming. And again, you're looking to keep the body, the spine, as still as you can and move yourself as one. And then we're going to start to make the movement smaller as we come to a wee stop in the centre. And we should feel that even distribution of weight over the feet. Then coming up to your pelvis, let's have a wee think about coming into a nice neutral pelvis. So you can place one hand front and back or side to side. So again, we can tilt the pelvis forward. We can bring the pelvis back. And again, tilting the pelvis forward, tilting the pelvis back. So it's just a little nod of the pelvis at the bottom of the spine. And we're going to make the movement smaller as we come to a wee stop halfway in the centre. And that's as in our nice neutral pelvis. So keeping that lovely neutral pelvis, relax those arms down by your side and just come into a few wee neck circles. So bring your head across towards your shoulder, then bring it right at the front, over to the other shoulder and lengthen it as it goes back into extension so you're not collapsing down into that extension of the neck. So you want to feel a nice lengthened extension as you're coming around. And then we're going to change direction. Let's go the opposite way. Coming around, lengthen that head behind. And again, just think about getting that lovely full movement of the head and the neck. And just one more. And then bring your head back into the centre. Then we'll come into our shoulders. Let's shrug our shoulders up. Bring your shoulders forward. Bringing them down, coming back. And again, you're looking to make those lovely big circles in at the shoulders. Getting that full movement coming in at the shoulder blades, coming in at the shoulder girdle, in at the shoulder joint, and then again we'll change direction. So going backwards this time as we're coming around. Good, and we'll just do one more. And relax the shoulders coming down. Let's come into your wee floating arm. So with your left arm, float the left arm coming up, relax that shoulder blade down your back and bringing it down and change sides. Floating the arm coming up again, relax across the top of the shoulder and bring your arm down. So the movement here is coming in at the shoulder joint. We're feeling no tension coming up around the neck. We're simply moving the arm in at the shoulder joint. And then we're going to come into our double floating arms. So take both arms coming out and really reach out as you're taking the arms up. And again, reach out as you're bringing them down. So feel that width coming across the arms as you're reaching them up, but keep those shoulder blades down and coming down. And we'll just do one more, floating the arms coming up and bringing them coming down. Perfect. Let's come into our wee side flexion. So bring your feet so you're slightly wider than hip width. Again, keeping our neutral pelvis, keep that lovely length coming up through the spine. We're just going to float the left arm coming up and relax that shoulder blade down your back. Then you're going to start the movement coming in the spine. So you're side flexing up and over, keeping the equal weight through your feet. We're going to inhale here. And as you exhale, use your waist, draw yourself coming back up, all the way up, coming back down. Well done. And swap sides. Floating the right arm, come up again, relax that shoulder blade down. Then start that side flexion, coming up and over. We're going to inhale here. And as we exhale, use your waist, draw yourself coming back up, all the way up and bringing the arm down. And again, so as you're floating, coming over, reach up and over. And as you inhale here, think about that lovely length coming down that side of the body. And as you exhale, use that waist, draw yourself coming back up, all the way coming down. And swapping sides, coming up again. And reaching, coming up and over. Inhale in here. And as you exhale, use that waist, draw yourself coming back up, all the way coming down. We're going to do one more either side. So again, floating the arm coming up, relaxing across top of the shoulders, reaching up and over. Inhale in here. And as you inhale, feel that length coming down the side of the body. And as we exhale, use your waist, draw yourself coming back up, all the way coming down. Lovely. And last one, floating the arm coming up. Then start that lovely side flexion movement coming through at the spine. Keeping it going through your feet as we're inhaling here. And then as we exhale, use your waist, draw yourself coming back up, all the way coming down. Well done. Let's bring our legs back. So we're going to come into a wee waist twist. So you want to have your feet hip width apart. Again, keeping that length coming up through the spine. We're just going to bring one arm on top of the other. So we're going to inhale to prepare. And as we exhale, start the rotation of the head. Let the rest of the spine follow, keeping your pelvis pointing towards the front. We're going to inhale here. And as you exhale, use your waist, draw yourself coming back into the centre. And then go the other way. Start the rotation of the head. Let the rest of the spine follow. We're going to inhale here. And as we exhale, use your waist, draw yourself coming back round. Well done. And again, start the rotation of the head. Let the rest of the spine follow. Going to inhale here. And as we exhale, use your waist, draw yourself coming back into the centre. And again, start with the head. Think about growing taller towards the ceiling as you're rotating, coming round. Inhale in here. And then as we exhale, use that waist, draw yourself coming back into the centre. And we'll do one more. So keep those shoulder blades relaxed down. Think about growing taller to the ceiling as we're coming around. We're going to inhale here. And as we exhale, use your waist, draw yourself coming back into the centre. And the last one, start the rotation of the head. Let the rest of the spine follow as you're coming up. Going to inhale here. And then as we exhale, use your waist, draw yourself, come back into the centre. Well done. Now come stand on the end of the mat. And we're just going to come into a nice wee roll down. So keeping your feet nice and centred on the mat, keeping your pelvis in neutral. Keep that nice length coming up through the spine. Going to inhale to prepare. And as we exhale, tuck up the chin, rolling down through the spine, bringing your weight forward as you're coming down towards the floor. We're going to inhale here. And then as you exhale, ground through your feet, lengthen through your legs, bring the pelvis back to neutral. Lengthen back up through the spine, bone by bone, all the way up to the top. And again, tuck up the chin, rolling down through the spine as we're coming down towards the floor. Going to inhale here. And as we exhale, ground through your feet, lengthen through your legs, pelvis in neutral, restack that spine all the way coming up. Keep going with your roll downs, and remember, if you have scoliosis or osteoporosis or anything where we don't want you to do too much flexion or overloaded flexion at the top of the spine, remember, come into your wee hip hinge. So you can just bring it coming in here and coming down into your wee hip hinge and then coming back up again. So it's all about just keeping the spine lovely and straight, and we're not overloading when we're coming into flexion. We'll do a last roll down. Tuck up the chin, rolling down through the spine, bringing your weight forward and down. And again, inhale in here. And as we exhale, ground through your feet, lengthen through your legs, pelvis back to neutral, lengthen that spine all the way coming up. On our next one, we're going to come down onto the floor. So again, tuck up the chin, rolling down, bringing that weight coming forward. If your hands don't touch the ground, bend your knees and just walk your hands forward. And we're just going to come into our nice 4-point kneeling position. So in 4-point kneeling, you want your hands below your shoulders, your knees below your hips, and have your elbow creases pointing towards each other. So you're not hyperextending at the elbows. And keep that nice length through the spine. Keep your head in line with the spine. We're going to come into a nicely flexed and extended cat. So we're going to inhale to prepare. And as we exhale, tuck the pelvis under and roll through the spine all the way coming up towards the head. We're going to inhale here. And as we exhale from your pelvis, roll back through, all coming through into a nice extended cat, keeping that engagement through the centre to give the back the support it needs. Inhale in here. And then as you exhale, roll through the spine, coming back into a nice flex cat. And again, on our next exhale, rolling through, coming back into our extended cat. Well done. And again, tuck of the pelvis under, rolling through, coming into a nice flex cat. Inhale in here. And as you exhale, rolling back through, and really think about getting that movement coming through into the spine. And on our next exhale, we'll come back just into our start position. So from here, we're then just going to come and lie down on the floor in a relaxation position. So just turn yourselves, coming around to lie down on our backs. So coming into the relaxation position, in class we normally have wee head cushions behind your head. So if you want to have a wee cushion behind your head, please bring it in. But you're okay without it if you don't have anything thin enough. So in the relaxation position, we want to have our legs bent with our feet flat on the floor. You want to feel the weight behind the back of the pelvis, feel the weight behind the back of the ribcage, feel the weight behind the back of your head, and just have your arms resting down by your side. We're just going to think about coming in to our neutral pelvis to begin with. So we're going to imagine our pelvis as a compass, and north is going up towards our head and south is going down towards our feet. So we're going to inhale to prepare, and as we exhale, north tilt that pelvis so you're flattening the lower back on the mat. Then come back into the centre. And again, just north tilt that pelvis and coming back into the centre. So really all you're doing is tilting the pelvis back into that north position. Then we're going to go the opposite way. We're going to think about tilting the pelvis down into a south tilt. So the tilt goes the opposite way and back to the centre. And again, tilting into that south tilt. Back to the centre, and one more, come into a south tilt. Then we're going to come into neutral, so I want you to think about coming into your north tilt, move all the way into north. Then go all the way back into south tilt, and then bring yourself back halfway, and that is us in our nice neutral pelvis. So keeping that nice position of the pelvis, we're just going to come into a nice knee fold, so we're just flexing at the hip. So we're going to inhale to prepare. And as we exhale, float the left leg coming up into a single knee fold. Inhaling at the top. And then exhale as you bring the leg down. And swapping sides. Float the right leg coming up into a single knee fold. Inhaling at the top. And then exhale as you're coming down. So inhale, exhale as you're coming up. Inhaling at the top. And then exhale as you're coming down. So as you're going from one side to the other, keep the pelvis lovely and still. So all the movements coming in at the hip joint. And remember that lovely big corset of muscles that goes around the centre. If you need a wee bit more help, think about drawing in that corset to stabilise the pelvis and give support to the back. We're then going to come into a double knee fold. So we're going to inhale to prepare, and as we exhale, float one leg coming up. Keep exhaling as you float the second leg coming up. Inhaling at the top, and as we exhale, bring one leg down, and then bring the other leg down. And again, as we exhale, float one leg coming up. Then we're going to float the second leg coming up, inhaling at the top. Then we're going to exhale as you're coming down and bringing the other leg down. Let's do two more of these. So again, drawing in through that centre as you exhale to keep that support to the pelvis and the lower back. And then exhale as you're floating the legs coming down. Last one. And again, as you exhale, think about keeping that lovely drawing. Give the support to the pelvis. Inhaling at the top. And then exhale as you're bringing one leg down. And bringing the other leg down. Lovely. We're then going to come into your ribcage, close your arms. So keeping your arms down by your side, just going to float both arms coming up and back, and just take them back in line with their ears. Then drawing the arms coming up again, coming back down. So for the breathing, it comes in four. So we're going to inhale to come to 90. Exhale as you go back in line with your ears. Inhale back up to 90. Exhale as you're coming down. And again, it's that inhale coming up. As you exhale, think about dropping that rib cage down onto the floor so the ribs aren't lifting with you. We're going to inhale to bring it up and exhale as we're coming back down. And again, inhaling up to 90. Remember, as you exhale, dropping that rib cage down on the floor, keeping that nice rib-hip connection. Inhale to bring your arms back up to 90. Exhale, coming down. And the last one, inhale to bring your arms up to 90. Exhale as you're coming back. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale as you're coming down on the floor. Well done. We're going to then come into our wee spine curls. So with our spine curls, you can bring your feet in a little bit closer towards your bottom. Have your arms down by your side. We're going to inhale to prepare, and as we exhale, north tilt that pelvis and roll up through the spine, bone by bone, lifting it up from the floor all the way up onto our shoulders. We're going to inhale at the top, and then as you exhale, soften behind that breastbone, bringing that spine down onto the floor. Each segment of the spine comes onto the floor first, and then bringing the pelvis back to neutral. Well done. And again, on your next exhale, north tilt that pelvis and really think about imprinting that spine, bone by bone, into the floor as we're coming up. We're going to inhale at the top, and then as we exhale, rolling that spine down, bone by bone, all the way down, back to your neutral pelvis. Well done. Keep going with your spine curls, and again, if you know in class you didn't do spine curls, you used to do bridge because we didn't want to overflex through the spine or putting pressure on it, we're going to come into a bridge. So again, if you've scoliosis or osteoporosis or anything else, you just float the pelvis coming up, inhaling at the top, and exhale as you're coming down. And again, as we exhale, floating that pelvis coming up, inhaling at the top, and then exhale as you're coming down. I'm going to go back into your spine curl. We're going to then do a wee add-on, but you can do the same in your bridge. So north tilt that pelvis, roll up through your spine, all the way coming up, keeping yourself lifted at the top. On our inhale, we're going to add in a ribcage. Close your arms. You're going to take your arms up and back and take them back in line with your ears. And then as you exhale, soften behind that breastbone, roll that spine back down onto the floor, all the way back down to your neutral pelvis, bringing yourselves coming down. And again, it's that north tilt onto the pelvis, rolling up through the spine. Bring yourself coming up. Keep that lift, keep that drawn through your centre to give you the support. Float both arms coming up and back on your inhale. Then as you exhale, rolling that spine down, bone by bone, all the way down, bringing that spine back down onto the floor, pelvis in neutral, coming back down. Let's do 2 more like this. And again, if you're doing bridge, you can add in the arms as well. So north tilt the pelvis, rolling up through the spine, bone by bone, all the way coming up to the top. Inhaling at the top. And as we exhale, inhale to bring these arms up, And then we're going to exhale to rolling that spine back down onto the floor, coming back to the start, and exhale as we're coming back down. Sorry, I got the breathing all wrong there. So let's do 1 more. North tilt that pelvis and keep that north tilt on the pelvis as you're rolling all the way coming up to the top. And our exhale. We're going to inhale as we float the arms up and back. And then as you exhale, soften behind that breastbone. Bring that spine down, bone by bone, all the way down, back to your neutral pelvis. Then bringing your arms coming back down by your side. Well done. Let's now come into our wee hip rolls. So bring your feet together, your knees together. Hands just like slightly wider than the mat. We're just going to take the legs over to the left to begin with. So you can inhale to prepare. And as we exhale, peel the right side of the pelvis up as our legs travel to the left. You can look to the right, keeping that right shoulder down on the ground. We're going to inhale here. And as you exhale, use your waist, draw yourself coming back into the centre. And remember to keep that top foot lifting with your bottom foot. So the next side, we're going to peel the left side of the pelvis up as our legs travel to the right. Look to the left, keep that left shoulder down on the ground. We're going to inhale here. And as we exhale, use your waist, draw yourself coming back into the centre. And again, peel the left side of the pelvis up as your legs travel to the left. You look to the right. Going to inhale here. And as you exhale, use your waist, draw yourself coming back into the centre. And again, peel the left side of the pelvis up, legs travel to the right. You look to the left, keeping that left shoulder down on the ground. Inhale here. And as you exhale, use that waist, draw yourself coming back into the centre. And the last one. Peel the right side of the pelvis up, legs travel to the left, look to your right. We're going to inhale here. And as you exhale, draw yourself coming back into the centre. And our last one to the left now. So left one to the right. You're peeling the left side of the pelvis up. Look to the left. We're going to inhale here. And as you exhale, use your waist. Draw yourself coming back into the centre. Well done. Let's come into, we've lengthened up the back of our leg. So let's slide our right leg out along the floor. And really keep that right leg on the floor. Going to reach our left leg coming up. Clasp your hands behind the back of your left leg. And again, you're just going to lengthen that left leg up to the ceiling and bringing it down. And again, lengthen that leg up to the ceiling and bringing it down. And again, lengthen the left leg up to the ceiling and coming down. Just do one more time. And on your next one, keep it up to the ceiling and point and flex your foot. And remember to keep that right foot anchored very much down on the floor. We're then going to do 3 ankle circles one way. And then 3 ankle circles the other way. And then bring the leg coming down and we're going to swap legs. So bring your left leg out along the floor. Slide your right leg up into a single knee fold. You can keep that left leg anchored down on the floor. Clasp your hands behind the back of your right leg. Going to reach that right leg up to the ceiling and coming down. And again, reach your right leg up to the ceiling and coming down. And again, just feel that lovely length coming up the back of the leg while you keep the pelvis lovely and still on the floor. We'll do one more full one. And then next we're going to keep the leg pointing up to the ceiling and we're going to point and flex our foot. So point and flex, point and flex. And then you're going to come into 3 ankle circles one way and 3 ankle circles the other way. And then bring yourself back to your relaxation position and we're just going to roll over now and come and lie on the floor in your prone position. So come to lie down on your tummy. So having your legs parallel and straight. Having your forehead resting down on the floor or on a wee head cushion. Have your hands either side of your forehead and your shoulder blades are relaxed down your back. We're going to come into our diamond press. So we're going to inhale to prepare. And as we exhale, slide your nose along the mat as you start to extend through your neck and your upper back. Inhaling at the top. And as you exhale, bringing yourself down, back down onto the floor. Well done. Keep that nice length through the lower back, keeping the pelvis in neutral. We'll go into our next one. So your next exhale, slide your nose along the mat, extend, coming up into our nice diamond press. Going to inhale at the top. And as you exhale, bringing yourself down, back down onto the floor. And again, remember as you're coming up, it's a nice evenness coming in the extension. So keep your gaze down towards the floor so you don't overextend at your neck. We're going to inhale at the top. And then as we exhale, come back down. We're going to do one more diamond press. So again, sliding your nose along the mat to extend into that lovely extension through the neck and the upper back. Inhaling at the top. And then as you exhale, bringing yourself down, back down onto the floor. Well done. We're then going to bring our toes together with our heels apart. And you're just going to roll the legs together and bring the legs apart. So again, you're just rolling the legs together and bringing them apart. And all the movement's coming in at the hip. So it's the hip joint that's moving as you're rolling the legs together and bringing them apart. Well done. Just think about squeezing those inner thighs together and then relaxing the heels out to the side. And again, rolling them coming in and bringing that apart. One more for you. Bring those heels together, squeezing through those inner thighs and bring the legs apart. We're then going to come into our dart. So again, remember to keep that nice length through your lower back. Have your arms down by your side. We're going to inhale to prepare. And as we exhale, slide your nose along the mat to extend up into your diamond press. Roll your legs together, bring your arms coming up, palms facing towards each other. We're going to inhale at the top, and then as we exhale, lower yourselves down, back down onto the floor. And again, on your next exhale, slide your nose along the mat to extend up into that diamond press. Roll those legs together, bring your arms coming up, palms facing towards each other as we inhale at the top, and exhale as you're coming back down. Well done. And again, slide your nose and really think about lengthening that head forward as you're extending up. Roll those legs together, lengthen them away, and bring those arms up so you're in a lengthened extension. Inhaling at the top and rolling back down. We're going to do one more. And again, keeping that pelvis in neutral. Think about drawing up through that belly button away from the floor. Going to come up into a downward press. Roll those legs together. Bring your arms up, palms facing towards each other. Inhale in here. And as we exhale, bring ourselves back down onto the floor. Well done. We're then just going to push up onto your fours and come and sit back in the rest position. So just bring yourself back into the rest position. Just taking a moment to let your body open up across the back. Just taking nice breaths in and out, and really think about just letting the weight of the body take your pelvis down towards your heels. We're then going to come into a side stretch. So come back up onto your fours, bring one hand, so bring your left hand in front of your right hand. You're going to sit back on your heels. If that is enough of a stretch down your left side of the body, stop here. If you want a further stretch, shift your hips over to the left and just take a few breaths in and out, and you should feel lengthening coming down that left side of the body. Going to inhale and exhale and just lengthen down from the shoulder all the way down to the pelvis. Lengthen that side. Then bring the pelvis back into the centre, come back up onto your fours and swap sides. Bring your right hand in front of your left hand, sit back. If that is enough of a stretch on your right side, stay there. If you want a further stretch, shift your hips over to the right. And we're just going to take a few breaths, coming in and coming out. And again, you should feel this length coming down the right side of the body. Inhaling and exhaling, just to open up that side of the rib cage, open up that side of the body. And bring yourself back into the centre, back up onto your fours. And we're just going to sit one last time back in the rest position. So coming back, resting your head down. You can have your hands out in front, and you can have your hands by your side. And just taking a few breaths in and out, and again get that openness coming across at the ribcage, get that length coming down through the spine. Just take 2 more breaths in and out. Then in your own time, bring yourself up to sitting, and then bring yourself up to standing. Just take your time. You've been on the floor for a wee while, so just making sure you don't feel dizzy. And we're going to come back into your nice standing alignment. So having our feet so we're hip width apart again, keeping that length come up through the spine. Let's bring our arms in by our side. So our elbows are in by our side, palms facing up. We're just going to take the arms coming out to the side and coming back in. And again, taking the arms out to the side and coming back in. So you're keeping the elbows by your side and opening up across the front of the chest. We're then going to add in a wee rotation. So take your left hand out to the side, look over your right shoulder. And then bringing everything, come back in and go the opposite way. So take your right hand out, look over your left shoulder. You should look at this lovely diagonal coming across the front of the chest, back. And let's do one more. So taking the arm out to the side, look the opposite way. And then come back in and let go the other side. And come back in, well done. We'll finish with our corkscrew arm. So again, keep that lovely length come up through your spine. Floating your arms coming up. Clasp your hands behind the back of your head. Shrug your shoulders up. Bring your shoulders down. Bring the arms up. Coming back down. And again, floating both arms coming up. Clasp your hands behind the back of your head. Shrug your shoulders up. Bring your shoulders down. Lengthen the arms up. Coming back down. We'll do 2 more. Floating those arms coming up. Clasp your hands behind the back of your head. Shrug your shoulder up. Bring your shoulders down. Extend the arms up. Coming back down. Oh, last one. Arms coming up. Clasp your hands behind the back of your head. Shrug those shoulders up. Bring your shoulders down. Extend the arms up. Bring the arms coming down, and we're just going to close our eyes and take 3 breaths in and out. And open your eyes. And well done. Thank you for joining me. Well done for completing week 1 of Care Pilates Summer School. And I will hopefully be back with you for week 2, and we'll keep this going through the summer. So you can keep moving even though I'm not teaching classes, and then I look forward to seeing you all in September. Hope you're all having a lovely summer. See you all soon. Bye.